Hey everyone, it's Becky and welcome back to Building with Becky. Today we are doing part 3 of my Building a Starter House from Scratch series. So in episode 1, we kind of actually built the whole foundation, the whole layout of the house here. And in episode 2, we did the whole exterior renovation, made it all cute with the siding, the brick, the plants. We've got a patio out back. So yeah, if you want to check out those videos, I will have those linked down below if you want to catch up on everything. Look at those falling leaves. So pretty. I added in some of the visual effects. But in part 3 here, we are going to head on inside and do a little bit of work decorating and furnishing and surface finishing all of the main rooms in the house. So we are basically going to be out here in the kitchen, dining room area, and then the living room area. If you watched part 1, then you'll notice that this looks a little bit different in here. I went in and switched up the layout a little bit because I was just not happy with how it looked. I wanted a little more separation. I'm kind of envisioning this as like an older house, and it's maybe like a younger couple moving in. They don't have a lot of money to actually like demolish walls and add on maybe. So they're just kind of making this older house work with the layout that it has and everything. But yeah, so basically the kitchen area is going to be over here. I added in just like the basic cabinets right now. And then this is going to be the dining room. I need to center these windows a little bit better. There we go. And then I'm going to show you how to make like a bigger door frame right here. And then this is going to be the little living room area. Had a spot for a nice little shelving unit right there. And then this might be maybe a kid or baby bedroom, or it might just be an office space. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. This is going to be a nice bathroom. And this is the main bedroom and bathroom in here for a little ensuite bathroom. But yeah, that's how I switched up the layouts. And then this is the door into the garage over here. So yeah, let's just get on into it before we spend too much time yapping away. So I think I want to start with the surface finishes first. I always like light beach for some reason. Also yellow wood is really nice. I think those are my favorites wooden floor surface finishes I like to do. And I always think that either the long planks or the long beveled planks work best for the floors, but sometimes if you want to be a little fancy, you can do like one of these, but either way, do what you want. I think I'll do the long planks today. Make the cut pattern size bigger, and that looks good to me, so I'm just gonna fill in the whole space here. It'll look a little brighter with the lights on, don't worry. But I think I'll just make everything the wood, you know. Everyone likes a nice wooden floor these days, so we'll just do that, do that. And I think right now, I think I will make that bigger opening here. The biggest door frame is this one right here. And it's only this big, but I kind of want it to be a wider opening into the living room so it's not too closed off. So I think I might leave 3 um bricks deep on either side. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll do something like that. So it's just a nice like wider door opening so it's not too enclosed in here in the living room because it is kind of small. And then to kind of frame it off, I'm going to use this resizable beam here. And let's see, there we go. I'm just going to bring it up like that. Bring it up like that. Come here, get in there. And then one more up here. I think I might try to, there, I think that looks good. So now I guess it's 4 deep, but that's still a pretty wide opening there. I think I'm happy enough with that. And then I think I want those beams to also be light beach. Keep it all kind of the same. What color is my outside? I kind of want it to be kind of neutral like this is. But yeah, so that's a super easy way to get a bigger opening, make it look nice and finished off with the beams and everything. But let's see. I want to add in my upper cabinets that I almost forgot here in the kitchen. Maybe I'll just do some bigger ones. I'm not sure how many will fit. Oh my gosh, I hate when that happens. Maybe I'll just move this one over. There. And then if you're feeling fancy, you can do like the small ones over top of your fridge. That seems to fit in pretty good. Maybe I'll just move the fridge over slightly. Not grid snapping. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then there's not much space right here, is there? Should that be a little taller? I mean, it's 2 feet. That's probably good enough. I want a little space up top. I do have the ceilings at 13 blocks tall, or 8 feet 8 inches. And then I do want to do some kind of nice tile backsplash here. So going into the materials, get some stone. I think I'll do the Brick Bond subway tiles. That looks pretty. Maybe I'll go for like a lighter kind of neutral blue. This one looks pretty. I think I like that. And then maybe like a dark blue for the grouting in it. Maybe I'll bring it all the way up to there. Does that look pretty? I don't think I like it up here, but we can go in with paint and fix that right up. This beveled cube right here is kind of nice to make a kind of back section here for your kind of your backsplash. It's kind of nice to bump it in a little bit so it's not super sticking out. Just like that, just a little bit, and then you would make that like the same color as your countertop. As for the countertop, I think I always like to do like granite, maybe. White marble's kind of nice. These ones right here are pretty nice. But these ones are custom colors, so you can go in and change it up to whatever color you want. I think I'll just do like a nice tan type of one. And maybe make it granite instead. So yeah, it's kind of just a nice, simple tan color. And then for the base, I might want to keep it nice and clean and just do glossy white would be pretty, perhaps. Yeah, nothing fancy. And then just like a nice stainless steel little knob there. Go in and copy that onto everything. And then whenever I have a stove, I kind of like to make the countertop of that one just like black ceramic or whatever color you want the stove front to be. I just think it, looks good. And then you go on and put the stovetop on it. Kind of gotta do a little finagling to get it to fit in with your little back of the countertop there. I'm going to go in and try to find the same gray granite I used before. Let's see, what color was that? That wasn't it. Gotta go in and check. Faded warm yellow 6. Okie dokie. Faded warm yellow 6. Ta-da! There we go, there we go. Make sure to get all the little edges. Don't forget those. I usually like to go in and fill in that little section there on the windowsill too. Move things in so I don't have that weird little crevice that you can see there. Okay. Looks good to me. And now I think I just want to do like a very light white creamy color for my paints. Just like a smooth stucco is good. A little bit lighter than this. Maybe in the drab category would be nice. Yeah, nothing crazy. This is just like a little starter house. All the way over here. All the way down there. In there. Up and around. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna fill this part in too in the windows. Although you could just grab the window, pick it up, and plop it back down, and that also fills it in with the paint, which is really nice. And then we're just gonna keep it really easy. Do the paint in here too. As for the ceilings, just a nice white will go perfectly well in here, I think. There we go. This looks kind of weird right here, doesn't it? Could I fit in a cabinet? Or could I also do a corner one? I don't know if a corner one will fit over here, but we're gonna try it. This one right here. No, see, it's too much. Maybe this one will fit here. Okay, I mean, it's not perfect. I would have made this maybe a little bit wider if I could, so I could have like a double one, so that looks a little better. But for that little gap here, I think I want to put in a handy dandy cube just to make it look kind of built into this back part. I just fit the cube in to match all that. Go in with some paint, I guess, or going with the glossy painted wood. Make sure it's going the right way. Fit it right in there. It'll go in. No, okay. I'm gonna take the easy way out and just push it in like that. There we go. So that looks a little more clean and kind of just all fitting together nicely. This looks way too dark for me. We're just gonna go for a nice steel. Okay. Okay, we got a nice steel refrigerator. And then I'm going to go in with the sink and also make that nice and steel. So that looks beautiful to me. And we definitely need some lighting in here. I think it's kind of fun to use the LEDs as kind of like an under cabinet type of thing. So like right up here, just a fun little LED strip for little extra lights. And then go in up here. I'm just gonna do like a simple basic light. This one always looks good for just a really basic one. Put that there, and then maybe just like a fun hanging one above the sink would be pretty. Maybe like a set of two. I don't know. Like I said, I've gone into this this video series without an actual plan, which is what I usually do for all of my videos. Sometimes I have like inspiration pictures or something, but oftentimes I'm just going for it and it always turns out pretty good. I feel like I've played in Sandbox Mode enough that I kind of know what I'm doing, which is great. For the lights, I always like to turn the temperature down. I had enough of the fluorescent lights in House Slipper 1 that it's so awesome to be able to change the temperature and brightness of lights here in House Slipper 2. That was incredible to be able to do that. I think I want to also grab one of these and put it here in this little back section. Maybe get some kind of coat hook going on. Like this one. Will it fit on this wall? Oh, perfect. Do that and get a little bench. And like this one underneath it. Just like a little landing spot for when you come in from the garage with your car. Do the cars fit in this garage? Where's the car? Here it is. Oh my gosh, it fits. Barely. My stairs are kind of awkwardly big in here. I should have made this garage like a little wider or something, but that's okay. It's just kind of a close fit. We'll see if the garage door can close. Oh, okay. I mean, you can't walk around the back of the car, but the car fits. If I just scooch it over, that's perfect. Great, we've got a car. Wonderful. Over here, I'm going to do a little dining room. So we're going to find a nice little dining table. I think a round one could be fun. Let's see, just a simple one. This one's, well, I've got quite a bit of room, so I could do this big one. And, might as well. I feel like I often use square ones, so we'll do this. Get the matching chairs. I kind of like how they look. Scooch everything over so that someone can fit over there. Kind of a nice statement when you walk in the door, seeing like a big dining table, all that good stuff. And then I think it would be nice to do like the medium storage over here, get in a little console table type of thing underneath this window. You can put some decorations on it, a little bit of color over there. Ceiling lamp, pick out a pretty one. Maybe just this one. That looks fine to me. I like to bring it down over the table, just like so it's kind of resting on top of it, so you can actually like see how it's lining up and centered on the table. And then once you think it's centered pretty good, then you can go in and resize it back up to the height you would like it to be. I'm just going to make the temperature and brightness the same as it is for the other things. Perfect. Then maybe just make it white like the other things. Fully white, get the glossy painted wood, maybe going for both things. Switch up that stuff. Do a nice blue for the seats. Maybe a light blue would be pretty. Switch that up. Basically, give it the same little finishes. Ooh, maybe it would be pretty to make the top kind of a blue color. Looks kind of pretty. You know what? I'm not loving the beach floors in this house. We're gonna go in probably with my favorite yellow wood, honestly. Switch that up. Okay, that looks more what we're talking about in here. Pretty. It kind of goes better with the countertops and like the white wood of everything. Now I want to go in with some curtains. This might be too skinny, which it is. So what I'm gonna do is do two instead. I'm gonna open them up so I can see more of what I'm doing. But I'm just going to push them together so they're not looking like two separate pieces. Looks kind of like that. Kind of pretty, I think. Looks good. And then this one, I'm just going to make shorter like that. Bring it back over. Maybe a little bit longer. There. Just under the table a little better. Pretty. And maybe over top of the kitchen, I'll do like more of a shade instead. Like this one, if I can get back in here. I always like to push this one in, like I'll drop it down and then bring it like into the actual window frame. And then fix it, resize it a little better. Something like that looks pretty. And you can always do some kind of type of pretty pattern if you want to. There's not too much room for a pattern in this one, just because it is so small, but some type of pretty flower would look good. Maybe like a light blue with white. Okay, I think I kind of did the same thing for all of them. I think it looks fine. We're leaning into the blues and whites and yellow woods in here. Perfectly fine. Then I want to do a little vase here. Maybe we'll do one of the fun new ones. This little funky one. And then I absolutely love the new hydrangeas. And there is a blue one. So pretty. I love it. Looks great. Maybe some type of vase over here would look good. Like that one. I always like to do this plant. I think it looks pretty. Maybe, you know, stack some books in here or something would look good. We will maybe come back around to that. But let's get in the basic furnishings into the living room. I think, oh, never mind. I can't do a window in here. That's kind of Sad, you can only do like one in this back corner. I did not even think about that. Maybe I don't even want one though. I managed to fit one in right there, which is fine. So maybe that's my only window. I'm going to do a sofa. I think I want to do this one. Does it have a matching chair? No, but I don't know if I have enough room for a matching chair anyways. That kind of fits perfectly right there. Maybe this TV cabinet. Keep it kind of small. And there is a little dresser that looks good with it. Can that like go over here? I don't know. I'm gonna do two of these dressers as my TV cabinet. Sometimes it's nice to push together some bigger things instead of just like these small little TV cabinet is good. We're gonna put a nice plant in this corner for some color. I want to do this little tree. I think that looks good to add in lots of color over there. A nice big picture on the wall will look great. I always do a lot of custom pictures, but there are plenty of in-game pictures that look really nice. So do whatever you want. This one's kind of simple but pretty. Takes up a lot of wall space. Looks good. Maybe a nice lamp in the corner would look good. Just a standing lamp. Add in a little something in the back. A nice rug, hopefully. This one can fit in here. Like that. Leave enough room to walk. I think another plant can go over here though. Just like a medium-sized pot. Or I think a large one. Never mind. As long as it's a skinny little plant, I think it'll fit. One like this. Sometimes the leaves kind of clip into the walls, which I don't care much about, but if you do, just kind of spin it around a little bit, trying to figure out how it fits in. I'm gonna go in, maybe keep it easy and do that same pattern right there. Do some white, do some white, do some white, like that. Go in and change these to the yellow wood, like so. And, what else? I need a little side table over here. I'm just gonna do this little accent table. Cute, simple, doesn't look, overly clunky or anything. I'm gonna put a couple of these little candles, over here. I just like how these ones look. These are new, part of the recent update. Ooh, fruit bowl. I need that in my kitchen. You can go in and change whether it's apples or like various other fruits. This is kind of how I really build. I kind of bounce all over the place. I'm not just like finishing up the kitchen and, moving on to another room. I bounce all over the place. That's okay. Gotta do what you gotta do to do a nice build. Maybe I'll put the little tea kettle here on the stove. Just gotta make it look lived in. Could do some spices. You can do some magnets. Go in and pick out a few of the magnets. I'll do a little pizza. One more. I will do dinosaur. Cute. What else can I put in my little kitchen? I'll do a toaster. I just want it to be a simple color though. Stick that in that corner. Beautiful, beautiful. Nothing crazy. This is a starter house. But I want to put the candles in the candle holders, so I'm just gonna do these ones right here. Get them turned on, a little bit of ambiance right there. What other standing decorations can I do? This elephant is super cute. Put a few things on the shelf. Maybe we'll have some kind of books in here, of course. And I can do a little thing like that, bookend. Love these little birds too. Really, really cute. A couple different sizes. Big bird and baby bird. A little clock. Pick out a pretty color for that. These clocks are tiny. I wish this one had like 2 different sizes. This might be nice to do. Kind of the world is your oyster when you are doing something like this. Oh, I want to put a ceiling fan. I think in the living room. I'm gonna do like white and then do the yellow wood for the actual fans. Looks good. And then maybe a couple like small lights up top on the ceiling. I'll do like these two. Just change that to white. Put like one there, one over here, maybe 2 right here so they're kind of lined up. I can't tell if that's perfectly lined up, but it looks pretty close to me. Change both of these to white. Change the top of this. Maybe I'll keep it American Ash to go along with that bottom. Or yellow wood. Maybe yellow wood for both. Change this to a blue. And change store frame. Change these to a pretty color as well. Sticking with that theme. I'm going to put some books on the little bookcase. I'm not sure what size will fit. It's probably this one. Change the orientation. And get them going in there. Okay, that's enough there. And then I'm just going to go in and change the actual book cover to whatever various ones I'm clicking on. It doesn't matter to me too much what colors I'm getting. A couple more. This one, that one, and that one. Cute. What other decorations can I do? I'll do a little picture frame. Get a couple little pictures going on over here. That looks kind of pretty. Bring in a little bit of color. And then maybe a standing one would look nice. With a cute picture in it. Maybe like this one. I always like to go in and like, angle them slightly so they don't look perfect. Maybe change the color of this elephant. What other standing decorations am I missing out on? I always think the swan is pretty. Maybe I'll put the swan over here. And then I can go in and put a couple cute little boxes down underneath. Something like that. Looks good. A little bit of storage, but nothing too cluttery. I want to turn this around actually, this way. And yeah, maybe a little something over here. Little candle. Not too close to the curtains though. Change the color of it. Some other type of plants for some more greenery. I always love to throw in the greenery. I think that looks good. Nice big plant pot. Push it back a little bit. I don't like how close that is, but that's okay. Just a short little plant over here like this one. I always just want to add in as much color as I can into my little builds here. I'm gonna do a little fish over here because why not? And maybe one more small thing. Just like a pretty little vase, maybe? I don't even need a, plant in it. It's just kind of more of a decorative thing. These are like some of my favorite items in the game. These little succulent pots, they're great to throw in into a little space when you're needing a little extra something, but you don't really know what you want to do. And then go in with whatever little succulents you want. Toss them in there. Give this fox some spiky hair. Like that. Give the snail a cute little Little succulent right there. Perfect. And honestly, I mean, you could go in wild and crazy even more. I always like to add in these pillows now that these are an option. Put them in the corners of your sofa. I like to go in with the transform tool and kind of plop them in a little better so they look a little more natural. Make them both blue. Pretty cute. Put in a little newspaper for a little something on the side table. Maybe even a little cup here, a little coffee cup. Change the color. Just little decorative items. I can put in a little mirror here behind this plant, kind of tucked away. I don't really have room for artwork in here, but it would be nice if I did. Maybe a little tiny something. Something over here would be good. And if I really wanted to squeeze something in, I think this will be the last thing we do. Let's see, where are they? Maybe these ones will look pretty, just for little bits of color. I'm just gonna go in with like the yellow wood. Make it small. One here and one here. Just change that up to I think the fern would match with it. This one right here. Nice and small. There. Okay, so this is basically it for the super simple basics of doing the decorating and furnishing and all that for a starter home here in House Flipper 2. We've got the kitchen, dining room, and living room complete. Like I said, I already have the 2 parts out of building the actual shell of the house and then doing the exterior. And in the next video, we will be doing the other rooms, the bathrooms and the bedroom, maybe the office. But yeah, I hope this helped, kind of showing off kind of my thought process of doing all the simple basics, decorating, furniture stuff. Let me know if you have any questions and stay tuned for the next couple of parts of this video. Who knows, I might make it a couple more parts depending on how long it takes to do these things. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I will talk to you later. Bye.